This is West Dakota Fox News at 9 with Molly Martinez and meteorologist Henry Blakes. Your first news of the night starts right now on West Dakota Fox News at 9.
Good evening, I'm Molly Martinez. North Dakota just joined 38 other states in a lawsuit that aims to cut taxes on what you buy online. The only thing standing in the way, a decades-old Supreme Court ruling that originated here in our state. Back in 1992, Quill versus North Dakota ruled that businesses without a brick-and-mortar presence in the state were exempt from sales tax. At the time, Tax Commissioner Heidi Heitkamp was attempting to collect sales taxes from the Quill Corporation. That case was unsuccessful and has been used as a precedent for online retailers to avoid paying sales tax. Tax Commissioner Ryan Rauschenberger estimates that the state is losing $40 million in revenue annually because of it.
In 1992, when that decision was rendered, there were not internet sales, and now we've seen that internet transactions have taken off.
Big retailers like Amazon have used the Quill Corporation argument to avoid paying sales tax in other states. However, now they have a physical store in Grand Forks and do pay taxes in our state. Also on the tax front, congressional Republicans may face an uphill battle in passing a tax reform plan that critics say will mostly benefit the wealthy. But North Dakota Senator John Hoeven says it could also benefit small businesses, including state's farmers and ranchers.
We're making sure that they have more capital to invest in their farm, in their ranch, in their small business, in plant and equipment. Because then what do? They hire more people. When they hire more people, there's a demand for labor. And when there's a demand for labor, what happens? Wages and income go up.
Hoeven calls the effort a once-in-a-generation opportunity to reform an outdated and complex tax code. Well, tonight marks election night in a few states, and all eyes were on Virginia. The gubernatorial race has once again proved to be a predictor beyond state lines. Since the Carter administration, the race in Virginia has served as a political harbinger. With one exception, the incumbent president's party has lost the Virginia race the next year. And tonight that trend continues. Former Lieutenant Governor and Democrat Ralph Northam was declared the winner about an hour ago. Earlier today, I asked North Dakota Secretary of State Al Yeager about the trend.
I really think that kind of analysis is always overblown. It really always boils down to what's important in that particular state, what's important for the people.
Some see the seat in Virginia as a referendum on whoever holds the Oval Office.
So yeah, it could be getting a little colder in some areas. More details, the rest of that forecast coming up later.
Thanks, Henry.
You're welcome.
Tonight we're learning more about Sunday's deadly shooting in a church in Texas. According to a police report, back in 2012, the gunman briefly escaped from a mental health facility in New Mexico. This after he reportedly made death threats against his military superiors and tried to sneak firearms onto an Air Force base. Reporter Lauren Blanchard has more. Ways to speed up the permitting process for oil and gas wells. The Onshore Act would eliminate the need for federal permit to drill from oil and natural gas, but would still require a state one. North Dakota's Mineral Resources Director testified before the House Subcommittee on Energy and Mineral Resources in favor of the act. And street changes could be coming to Mandan, but first, city leaders want your input. They're calling this plan the Mandan Study, focusing on two main roads, Main Street and First Avenue. Reporter Daniela Hurtado has more. It was a dog day afternoon at Glencoe Farms as English Cocker and Springer Spaniels earned their stripes as hunting dogs. Maddie Jelseth has the story.
These birds, it's non-invasive.
Brody is an 8-year-old English Cocker Spaniel. He's a field championship winner because of his training at Glencoe Farms.
Basically what they've done over the last 16 years is they've trained me how to train my dog, which has been a fun journey. It's a very rewarding experience.
Training your dog every day is a necessity, even if it's just a few minutes a day.
I'd like to say it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun too because you enjoy your pets, and anytime you're with your pets, it should be fun.
Bina and Immels both won awards with their dogs, and they can't thank Glencoe Farms enough for showing them how to train their dog.
Paul McGaugh is probably one of the best trainers in the country. He's the Michael Jordan of the Spaniel world. And Paul thinks and breathes training Spaniels.
Although it's a lot of work training these athletes, the owners say it's worth it. For West Dakota Fox News at 9, I'm Maddie Jelseth.
Time now to take a check-in with meteorologist Henry Blakes. Other health news, over-the-counter pain relievers could be a key in fighting the opioid epidemic. Researchers conducted a study in 2 emergency rooms between 2015 and 2016. They randomly assigned pain relievers like ibuprofen instead of opioids to patients with moderate to severe pain. They gave the other group of patients opioids. They found that after 2 hours, both groups reported pain relief. The findings were published in the Journal of American Medical Association. Researchers note that the study only looked at the short term. Meantime, CVS just announced they'll be doing next-day prescription delivery beginning next year. On top of that, cities selected will offer same-day delivery within hours. A company spokesperson says the goal is to cater to the needs of busy customers. Major cities are getting the rollout first. Emergency responders play a vital role in the communities they serve. But one 911 operator went above and beyond the call of duty. 911 operator Stephanie Call got a call from a woman who was in labor expecting her second child. The delivery ended up being a lot shorter than expected. The baby didn't waste any time making her grand entrance. Call coached the mother through the delivery, which ended up only lasting 3 minutes. At the end, her new baby Lucy was born. The 3 ladies are all reunited this week, in person, not over the phone. And a brother and sister in El Paso, Texas got a very special package delivery this week. This is the package waiting to be opened at Emmanuel Christian School on Monday. 14-year-old Tatiana was asked to unwrap it. Tatiana does it, and to her surprise, her dad Travis was inside. He greeted his children gladly. He was back home after 2 tours in Afghanistan. This is the first time the kids have seen their dad in 6 months. Let's take another check on weather with meteorologist Henry Blakes.
Yeah, touching story there. It's going to be enough. As far as the snow totals, they're going to be about less than an inch, averaging around half an inch along the north of the interstate. But hey, milder temperatures are in store by next week.
All right. Henry, yesterday was your birthday and you didn't even tell us.
It was. Don't like to get too into about it, but
You're too modest.
Yeah,
well,
but
happy birthday today.
Thank you so much.